Welcome back everyone, I'm Plays Games, this is Fallout 4 and we're continuing our playthrough of the best start I think you can make to the game in the year 2022. And when I left you, we were outside Vault 81. We should get back in our power armour. We should actually investigate Vault 81 itself. Bit of a clue, I did say that Cricket and other merchants travel between all the major NPC faction towns, and indeed that's what Vault 81 is. Let's just get into Vault 81. This is the door into Vault 81. There are no enemies here, we're completely safe. As I said, it is indeed a settlement. So we'll just get out of our power armour just now. I think we'll maybe try and store some stuff in here. So we can just chuck some stuff in here, why not? I'm sure it won't go missing by the time we get out of here. Right, let's plug in and wake him up.
Hold it right there. Vault 81 security. I don't know where you got your hands on a working pit boy, but you better start talking.
Now, unlike all the other vaults, or most of the other vaults across the former United States, this vault has been operational for the last 210 years. The people that live here are the direct descendants of the original inhabitants.
I got it in Vault 111.
Vault 111? Haven't heard of that one yet. And what sort of business are you looking to take care of here in 81?
Just looking to do a little trading.
Is that so? And you expect me to believe that? Oh, Overseer.
Who is it, Edwards?
Ma'am, some new Commonwealth traveler. Not one of our usual traders.
Well, if someone wants in, they can earn it like everyone else. Let me speak to them. Sorry about that. Officer Edwards here was just doing his job. I'm sure you can understand our need for caution. For newcomers, we like to operate on exchange. You help us, we help you.
Now here you can pass a hard speech check, or you can barter your way in, and they ask for between 3 and 4 fusion cores. We know we have like 6 or 7 fusion cores, but to be honest, they're quite valuable for trading, and since we have charisma at 11, we might as well blag our way in.
But I'm a fellow vault dweller. Can't you just let me in?
Excuse me, ma'am. Before you arrived, she did say she was from Vault 111, and she's in possession of a working pit boy.
Is that so? I'm going to allow it. Edwards, open the door and make the announcement. Officer Edwards and I will meet you at the entrance.
Alright, easy peasy. This is the easiest quest in Fallout 4. You walk through the door, you talk to the Overseer, quest complete. That's it. And here we are.
Come on, Gwen. My guys have been working doubles for weeks now. They need a break.
Everyone's working hard right now, Cal. You think I don't know that? Just do the best with what you can. That's all I'm asking.
Fine, I'll see what I can do. But you and I both know we can't keep going on like this.
We've never encountered a fellow vault dweller. Is this Vault 111 you mentioned still operational? It's more like a graveyard now. Almost no survivors. Christ, I'm sorry. What happened there? They had us cryogenically frozen in these pods. But something malfunctioned. Oh my god. All those lives lost due to some malfunction? That's unacceptable. I suppose we've been lucky. Here, we pride ourselves on having maintained a successful vault over these past 2 centuries. We'd like to be completely self-sufficient, but there are certain resources we can't provide ourselves. I'm impressed you maintained a successful vault for this long. Thanks. I owe it to the overseers before me, but some here would disagree. A few believe opening the doors to the Commonwealth was a mistake. Interaction is a good thing. The Commonwealth is improving. So I've heard. But it's still got a long ways to go. Now, I have work to do.
Ma'am, what about the dog?
I'll allow it. Security is already extra mindful as it is. If she's lived this long in the Commonwealth, I'm sure she's chosen her friends wisely. If you need anything else, I'll be in my office. Yes!
Oh,
You're not making any trouble.
idiot savant, you absolute beauty. Right, that's a level up right there. Let's spend it right now. What do we want? I think a Rifleman 3 is in order. Yep. Rifleman 3, for sure. Excellent. There are a few quests to do here, but we're here for shopping.
Ashes, where are you going? Ash! Damn it.
That cat is
Karen's
one of the
not gonna
quests.
like
You have to go and find the missing cat. And there's another one where you talk to some school children and you get given an unarmed combat magazine. Again, useless for us. And there's a more involved quest involving a hidden half of this vault with some rather dangerous enemies that give you a permanent debuff which you cannot get rid of. So we will not be doing that, even though the reward is pretty good.
This is Diamond City Radio, and I'm,
Right.
This is me, Travis.
Hey lady, are you really from the Commonwealth?
Anyway,
Yes, I am.
I knew it! Hey, I can show you around the vault if you want. Just 5 caps.
You do get some experience by letting this kid show you around, but it takes forever. So, no.
That's not necessary. I can find my own way around.
Oh, you're no fun.
Yeah, shut up, kid. Go away. This is where we need to be,
Don't wait up for me.
Again?
in this
But I
depot.
need your help here.
This is a merchant. So, and her husband always glitches through this wall.
She's
It's
looking
very
pretty.
weird. So because it's a merchant and we're going to be doing a lot of buying, we are going to take our last Mentats grape. And we're going to have a beer as well, if we have any beers left. Gwinnett Stout, yep, good. Charisma 17, that'll get us some nice cheap stuff. Hello.
Hello. Our Commonwealth guest, welcome to the depot. And pardon the clutter, I don't get much time to tidy up these days. Let me know if you want to take a look.
I might be interested in buying or selling.
Great, I have all sorts of odds and ends.
She's not wrong, she has lots of stuff. But the main thing I came here for was this. This is the Overseer's Guardian. This is a combat rifle which we inspected. We had a look through Cricket's stash of these. But this is a unique one and it gets a +1 projectile, so it does double damage. I know at the minute it only says it does 55 damage, but that is with an automatic receiver. If and when we get this modified to have a powerful single shot receiver, this damage will go up to like 150 per shot, and it comes with the best possible recoil compensating stock. It is an excellent weapon and we're buying it right now. 1522, cheap. And there are also the Destroyer's Greaves. These are combat armor, and combat armor is 1 better than metal armor. And these have a unique ability of improving our movement speed by 10%. So these are also something we're going to buy. There is also the Overseer's Arm Guards, which are extremely expensive. If you have a look at this, the price jumps up to over 9,000, and we won't be affording that. So let's put the Arm Guard back. But we can afford the gun, and we can afford the greaves, so we're going to do that. And I think we can sell three of our fusion cores. We'll keep 2. 45 rounds we've been buying because that's what the Overseer's Guardian fires. And because we've now got the Overseer's Guardian, I'm going to sell my pipe rifle. I know we only just upgraded it, but it's just been superseded. So that's going away. All the 38 rounds are going away. You sell some Stimpaks. Stimpaks are always good things to sell. I don't think we need 32 of them. They're only for emergencies, so we'll get rid of 22 of them. There we go. We've already sold quite a few drugs to Cricket outside, so we don't have too many more to sell. How much purified water do we still have? 47, we don't need that many. Purified water is also a good source of money. As we see, it's worth quite a lot. So we'll keep 30 because we do chug it quite a lot. Okay, we're still owing her 80, but that's fine. We have lots. Ooh, no, let's get rid of the cigarettes and cigars first, and then the pre-war money. Alright, that will clear her out. Is there anything else we can buy and we can afford? 247.45 rounds. That'll probably last quite a while. Actually, no, let's just buy some more 45 Let's buy like another 100 rounds of 45 ammo, because we are going to be using that gun and only that gun for the foreseeable future. Yep, that's perfect. She is cleared out. We've bought the things we needed. I don't think we need to buy anything. So, let's confirm the trade. And that is all we had to do in Vault 81.
What I wouldn't give for some real time off.
You can go all the way to the other side of the vault and speak to the school kids and get some experience from that, or speak to the doctor and donate some blood, get a couple of 100 caps. But to be honest, we're alright for caps. Right, before we go, all the water fountains in here are purified, so we'll just drink. Because why not?
The water pumps again. The water smells funny.
There we go. Lovely. Thank you, Vault 81. Goodbye. Yeah, there are quite a few quests you can do down there, but I haven't got time for that. We have been avoiding quests left, right and centre from the start. I just haven't told you about any of them. And we're gone.
Nice Pip-Boy. If it ever starts acting up on you, see Alexis.
I should probably assign the Overseer's Guardian to a hotkey. I believe we just got rid of our number 3, so we'll put that on number 3. Let's have a look at it. Remember, this is set up as a machine gun, so this kind of weird long night vision scope really isn't very good. And the other downside of this thing having plus 100 damage, it also has plus 100 recoil. And that's really bad when you're trying to fire something that's a machine gun through a scope and it's jumping around all over the place. That's why I want to modify that as soon as possible. Right, back in the big boy armour, and away we go. So where are we going now? As I said, this playthrough is going to end in Diamond City, but we're not going there directly. We have a lot of things to do in the surrounding area before we go there. And the first place we need to go is up here. Let's grab all our stuff out of here before I forget. That was close. Is this still Cricket, or is it someone
Too many
new?
miles on the road.
Right, let's just leave. I think that's still Cricket. Right, so the next place we're going is right past this whole chaotic town. That right there is a combat robot that has spawned. That's a bit of a tough enemy, but we should be okay. We could skirt, yeah, we'll just skirt around this time. We'll just skirt around that robot. They'll probably see us anyway from the other end of town. So we're back on this road. Previous episode we were in that little shack, and now we need to go down this road towards the next spawn point. This little bit is always dangerous, or quite often dangerous. We're going past that bus shelter down there. Bad guys spawn right there and not seeing any. And the combat robot is just patrolling the other end of town. Right, good. That's one fight avoided. I think it's just detected us. Now we're coming into central Boston, and you will hear gunfire all the time in central Boston because there are many NPCs that spawn in many different locations, and they will all be fighting each other forever. There are two entrances to the place we're going. The place we're going is right behind this building. If we go up this road and turn left, there's an alleyway there and a locked door. And there's, well, in fact there's three entrances. There's another one just on the main road. That bridge goes along, but the door is chained from this side, so we can't get in from that side. Or there's another little alleyway just here, and that's where we are going. And we're going to need our sniper rifle for this, because there's a little tiny settlement hidden up here, but it's protected by bad guys, so we need to be able to kill them all and clear it out before we can claim the settlement for our own. That's someone. I'm just going to shoot him in the back. Killed him. Now we're going to just hide until we go back to being hidden. And reload. It's good to have a right good sniper rifle at times. Might take a little while because there's quite a few people running around in there looking for us at the moment.
Doing this or not?
They'll give up eventually. Lots of gunfire in the distance. Come on, go to hidden.
No need to hide. I'll be over soon.
Come on, go to hidden. Take your time, why don't you? Everyone chill out. Ignore the dead body up on that barricade. It's nothing to be concerned about. Cool. Now if the dog would get out the way, we need to venture down the alleyway. Be very careful. Whoa, that's not careful. I'll snipe this guy. Got him. We're still hidden because no one else saw him die because he's the other side of the barricade. We'll reload. Alright. Where we need to go is up that ladder. As we see, that is the door which is chained shut from this side. Now how did he get out here? Because that door there is locked. Wow. Tell you what, Idiot Savant has been nice to us recently. Okay, this is the third entrance, which was chained, but from up here, if that stupid dog would get out of the goddamn way. Right, stay there.
Hold.
Honestly, companions, man, they're the worst. See, all these guys running around in here. I believe there's 5 in total. I'm not sure if the guy we killed was part of them.
Now don't start talking crazy.
Bam! Dead. So we're just going to be clever and just snipe him from up here. Let them go back to being hidden each time. Slowly, slowly, we shall take that place over. Because these guys could have some pretty nasty weapons. Come on, where are you? There are another 3 of them in there somewhere. They will move around the area. Well, apparently they're not for moving today, apparently. But they will move around. And we'll be able to pick them off from here. Come on, move. Bit of a shame we don't have a recon scope anymore, because then we could just tag them and then follow where they are. I think I'm gonna risk coming down here a little bit and just lockpicking this door. It's only novice locked.
Sweet.
There's one there. I think that's the guy we shot off here. There's one here. There's one we sniped over there. There are another 2. I see one. Gotcha. As long as we're not in danger, then they're just alert. They're not actively firing. I think he's noticed the dead bodies. Wherever he is. There he is.
This is bullshit. Come out and fight!
And if he comes up this ladder, we're in trouble.
We doing this or not?
Okay, we'll just back off until it goes hidden. We should be able to get him in the back of the head as he walks back into the town. Once we go back to hidden. He should walk back into town. There he is, look, right there. Oh.
Fucking hide from me? You're dead.
I think that's all 5. 2 there, 1 there, and 1 here. Right.
Hey, let's go.
Let's bring the dog. Be prepared for combat at a moment's notice. Brackets are a little bit weird, but they always are in central Boston. Is there another person here? Or is there not? Have we got them all? It's a bit of a labyrinth, this place. We just have to be careful. Alright, I think we're good. Bottle cap, stim pack. 10mm ammo, that's nice. Right, let's check the workbench. And alright, the workbench says we have captured this place. So, dog, come here. Give me all your stuff. And then we shall come here. Oh, look, they had some ballistic fiber in the workbench already. We'll store all of our junk and we'll store stuff we don't need. We're not going to use that. We're not going to use that. Probably not going to use that anymore. We'll keep the pistol because it's a good backup for close combat. Bottle cap mine we're not going to use. Not going to use that. Are going to use that, so that is now useless. All the drugs that are not super drugs can go away because they'll get converted into super drugs. And all the booze can go away. All but 1 of the Nuka-Colas goes away because we need 1 for a quest. We'll keep the 2 quantums because they're good for healing. Again, we only need 10 stim packs on us, if that. Only really need 2 antibiotics. We're going to be basically living out of this place for the rest of the playthrough. Because, as I will show you very shortly, this place is pretty much slap bang in the middle of the game map. That's bottom left, bottom right, top left where we came from. It's almost directly in the middle of the map. It's a really good place to base yourself out of. Right, back to inventory management. Got rid of all the uncooked food. None of this weighs anything. These goddamn mods do get rid of these damn things. Fusion cells, not going to carry. Fusion cores we'll keep with us. Well, alright. Next thing to do, I think we'll just get rid of the power armor. Oh, get out of it at least. When you leave power armor in a settlement, remember to take the fusion core out. Because if you have settlers in your settlement and the settlement becomes under attack, they will jump in any power armor which has a fusion core in it. And they'll run off and chase whatever's attacking them and get into fights and scrapes. And when the battle is over, sometimes they'll just get out of the power armor, wherever it is, and leave it there. And you'll come back to town thinking, oh great, I'll just get in my power armor. And you can't find it. Because one of your people has stolen it. And you'll never find it again, because it could be anywhere in central Boston. So let's just strip everything from these guys. We could sell it all, or give it to whoever moves in here. Right, I believe that is everything they had. I didn't see anything else. We'll hang on to a couple of fusion cores just in case we need to use power armor. Right, what is next on the agenda? Well, I'm going to scrap all this stuff in the middle here just to make some room, and then we'll see about actually getting people to move in here with the radio beacon that we've been promising ourselves for the whole playthrough. So I'll get to scrapping and I'll see you when it's done. Alright, the scrapping is done. It only took about 5 minutes, to be honest. This place is absolutely tiny. If you see the green wall marking the end of the settlement is here. And it only extends to here. And to just through this other door here. It is very, very small. It's just this tiny little location. You can, if you're clever, build stairs and go up a fair distance, but other than that, it's very small. So what are we going to do in this place? Well, as I said, the first thing we're going to need to do is to go to power, miscellaneous, and finally build this recruitment radio beacon. We've been carrying the components of with us right across the whole map. And to power that, we're going to need a small power generator just like that. Hook it up with a wire. Boom. This will now send out a radio signal and it will attract people to come and live here, which is pretty nice. So to be able to find these people, I'm going to go to resources, miscellaneous, and build a settlement bell. When you ring the bell, everyone belonging to the settlement will run to it and stand in a circle around it, so you can then give them orders. We have a cooking station here already, which is fantastic. So I'm just going to move that over here for just now. And we also found a weapons workbench back here, so that's pretty damn good. And there is a loot box up here. I haven't looked inside yet. Let's have a look. Ammo, jet, and ooh, left leg combat armor. Cool. Right, we can deconstruct this steamer trunk now. So what do we need to keep people happy? See, one person has appeared already. They might not be here, but they are on the way. And we should unlock this other door so people can actually come in and leave.
Nice.
There we go. People can get in and out now. Right, so one person is on their way. That's great. So what do we need to do to keep them happy? That's them there. In fact, what we're going to do, we're not going to worry about keeping them happy at the minute. What you see, when you mouse over this person, they have automatically assigned themselves to the first job they could find. Because this indeed is a functioning guard tower. This adds some defence to the settlement. But we don't want them to be on defence, we want them to be a supply line. So you press Q and you ask them where you want to set a trade route between. We know we have basically nothing at Sunshine Tidings. We literally have nothing at Red Rocket because we stuffed it all in our pockets and took it back to Sanctuary Hills. So we are going to assign this person as a provisioner, and they will now physically travel between here and Sanctuary Hills. And if we have a look on the map and press C to show supply lines, they're not going to go in a direct line. This just shows you which of our settlements are linked. We own 4 settlements, 2 of them are linked. So now the workbenches in Hangman's Alley can use all the things at Sanctuary as components, so that's really cool. Back into building mode. What else do we need? Well, we're going to need some food, water, beds and defence. So food wise, we're not going to be able to produce any food until we get another settler who we can then assign to it. Remember, we picked up all this corn, mute fruit and potatoes in Grey Garden. It can only be planted in dirt, and sometimes the game is funny about what is dirt and what is not. Like, this is not, but that is. That is. That's not. That is. But because I play with mods, I have a neater solution. They're not overpowered at all, it's just a different way of presenting your crops. This is planter things here. Right, let's slap down a corn planter. I think we'll put the farming stuff outside where it's nice and flat. One there. And we said that corn and mint fruit and potatoes and purified water equals adhesive. So this, and this, when we get someone else here and assign them, I'm going to need a couple of people, and assign them to them, and the water we're about to build will give us an infinite supply of adhesive and food to keep all the settlers happy, so that's great. Something else I wouldn't mind finding is razor grain. We have no razor grain at the minute, we haven't found any at all. Razor grain and dirty water can be cooked in a cooking station, and that provides noodle cups, and noodle cups provide a decent amount of health, and crucially they provide both hydration and food. Not that hydration is going to be a problem. Right, water pumps we can build quite a few of. I think I'll stick them at the back here, just out of the way of everything else if we can fit them in. 1, And 2 and 3. 9 water should be enough. Beds. Easy enough. We shall go to furniture, beds. I'm going to use some modded bunk beds. They just count as 2 beds instead of 1. That's all they do, and they take a great deal more resources than 2 individual beds will. Well, most of them do. So I'll put 1 bed, 2 beds there, and another 2 there. I usually like to get at least 8 or 9 beds just to deal with more people arriving, because this is, as long as this is turned on, you can turn it off by flipping that switch. As long as this is turned on, it will continue enticing people to come and live here. So on the roof of this, I know from experience you can fit a small metal shack. So we'll do a prefab, scroll across. Yeah, this metal shack will fit up there. As we saw, it just went green. A little bit back, boom, like that. And to get up there, we can build some concrete stairs, just like this, and they will snap onto the entrance. Then a couple more concrete stairs, just turn it around just to make sure we can get up and down. Right, another couple of bunk beds up here, then that'll be that. One there. And one there. Jolly good. Okay, that's bed. Food, water, power. Everything's sorted out apart from defence. So we'll just scroll across to the defence. We have a guard post which will provide 2 if we assign someone to it. And 2's not very good. These are pretty good. Machine gun turrets, they produce 5 defence each. We can build 7 of them. Or we can... so that'll be what, 42? Or we can... in fact, I'd rather make heavy machine gun turrets because they occupy the same amount of space and they produce more defence. Right, let's place down a couple of heavy machine gun turrets if we can. That car's kind of in the way, but it doesn't really matter. The actual practical line of sight of gun turrets really doesn't matter because you don't really want to be involved in a fight in a settlement. You just kind of hope that the defence number is high enough to win any fights automatically. Because if your defence number is higher than your water and food combined, then you're pretty likely to avoid being attacked at all. Because the bad guy's AI kind of reckons that it might be too tough a target for them. Let's see if we can't get this here without blocking the door. That'll do. Defence 32, that should be plenty. Now, one other thing I would have quite liked to do would be to add in armour workbenches and a chemistry station and a power armour station. But you need a local leader rank 2 for that at the minute, and we only have local leader rank 1. We are, however, quite close to level 20, and when we get level 20 we will be doing local leader 2, so we can build all these workbenches. For the meantime, I think we should just cook up a whole load of stuff. Squirrel bits. More rad stag.
Call me Charmer.
Most of this will be getting stored. We don't need to carry so much cooked meat around with us. I mean, it never spoils. That's another good thing about cooking it. Once it's cooked, it stays cooked forever. Alright, that's the end of that station. And we should build a little water fountain here. I usually like to have a water fountain right next to the workbench, because the workbench is usually the first place you come to in a settlement, and it's always good to have a supply of water right there, just from a time saving perspective. Right, want that there, because apparently we're thirsty. Got properly hydrated. Let's drop off any excess food we don't need. I don't think we need to carry 15 randstags. 5's probably more than enough. Don't need all this stuff. We've got so many mutt chops. We'll just live off mutt chops for the next little while, I think. There we go. That's better. Okay, then we'll keep the jet away. We'll keep the buff tats because we know they're good for emergency heavy lifting. Mentats berry are always good. Psychojet is always good for combat. And usually combat armor is better than metal armor, but remember we have upgraded this to alloyed armor, so it is slightly better still than combat armor. But we'll be making use of that combat armor at some point. And let's put on our expensive, unique right leg, so we're now 10% faster. We'll put on our armed clothing, because why not? I think we'll be leaving this here pretty much for the rest of the playthrough, to be honest. We're better being sneaky and speedy, because as you recall, when you're inside this suit of armour, none of the bonuses of any of the rest of your armour takes effect. So we're losing the 10% movement speed, and I'd rather be fast. So we should eat and then sleep, and then we'll talk about what we're going to do tomorrow. Right, 5:59 AM, we have well rested. This is all done. There's more people coming, food's sorted out. Water's ready to go. We've cooked. So what the last thing we need to do here is change Overseer's Guardian from being automatic to being not automatic. And if you have a look at the powerful receiver, there we go. 131 damage per shot, semi-auto. Absolutely love it. Now we cannot do a recon scope because we don't have gun nut 4 and science 1. We are going to get rid of the short night vision scope, and we're just going to put a regular old combat scope on it. We can't get a muzzle on it because we need gun nut rank 3 for more upgrades. Pretty sure we can get a large magazine. Yeah, that's good. Change it to a long barrel for longer range and more accuracy. Yep, that's good. That's the best stock it comes with. So that's as good as we can do it until we skill up a lot. Comfort grip. No, we've run out of adhesive apparently. Wow, that didn't take long. I did tell you, adhesive... Remember, we've been collecting every single bit of adhesive we've found all the way across the map. Brought it all with us. There ain't none left in the dog. So that's all we can do. And that's all we had to do. Because now the Overseer's Guardian is an absolute beast of a weapon. So, what is the plans for the rest of this episode? Well, we're going to start what I call the Diamond City shopping list. Because before we go to Diamond City, we have to do a big loop. Not a big loop, just like that. A little loop. To pick up some stuff that people in Diamond City are going to give us quests to go and get. So why not get the stuff now, and then go straight to Diamond City, and hand it all over in one big go. So, the first bit of the shopping list is 1 bottle of regular Nuka-Cola. Bing! Got it! And one other thing we need is a bloatfly gland. Scroll down, BBB, bloatfly gland. We have 1. Good. Bing! That's another thing on the shopping list. Back into sneak mode, because we're going past Chaos Junction. We will sort out this radiation damage on the bottom left-hand corner of the screen at some point. Might pay a doctor in Diamond City to do it. Maybe we could take Radaway. But then Radaway lowers your immunity and makes you more susceptible to getting diseases and makes you thirsty. Okay. Nothing at this end of Chaos Junction. As I said, things spawn right here and in the town. Anything in the town? Brackets say yes. Ah, it's just this combat robot. He's still here. Oh, wait for him to stop moving, and then I'll plug him in. Oh, he's gone behind some cover. He's either really perceptive or there's something else here. That's quite possible. Things kind of spawn in these buildings. Right, let's see if we can't plug him with Overseer's Guardian. Well, as first tests go, that was an unbridled success. Told you, people just spawn in this place, man. It's bizarre. Yeah, I shot the dog because it was in the way. And we took a bit of a... We took quite some damage from that person. That's quite annoying. 45 rounds, that'll do nicely. Okay, we can kind of go back to being a bit of a magpie now. Well, at least in this town. maybe not anywhere else. Because we are gathering a shopping list of items which we need, so we are going to need quite some space for them. There's another robot in there. Now it's dead. If you can get sneak attacks with this weapon, you do insane amounts of damage. Fusion cell, targeting card, steel, we'll take. $10 rounds we'll take. There's some generic loot in that diner. It's not all that great, being as it is generic. If you do not have a bloatfly gland, there are 3 or 4 bloatflies that spawn down by this lake. That's Vault 81 just up there. Down by this lake, quite a few bloatflies. As we see, they're just zipping around, being bloatflies, doing bloatfly things. That one actually held still. That was nice of it. Stop hiding behind that tree. Right. 63% chance to hit. The larger and more powerful your weapon is, the more action points it takes to fire each time in VATS. Oh, that one's disappeared. Let's see if we can find that other bloatfly that exploded. I'm not seeing any bloatfly bodies. I don't want to go swimming in the lake, particularly. Oh, that's rather annoying. But that's why we picked up that bloatfly gland that we had in our inventory. See, there's another one there. And there's blood bugs who are now dead. Ah, there we are. See, this one did not have a bloatfly gland for us. It just had bloatfly meat. Here, bottle caps. And that's the other one here. This one also did not have a gland. Just as well, I picked up that gland we had back home. There's nothing much in there, it's just all generic loot. There is a key which opens a chest, which is underneath that boat. But again, the loot is not great. I only really came this way to explore the possibilities of getting a bloatfly gland. We didn't get one, but we didn't need one because we already had one. Next place we're going is following our custom marker southwest and back onto the railway. Again, be careful because as we know, bears spawn up here, but we should be fine with bears now. And this should be the railway just up here. There is a little tiny loot box just here. Wonder glue, excellent. We were out of adhesive, that's jolly good. Up on that overpass, 3 or 4 enemies, very low level. This section of the railway, just kind of there, is another encounter spawner. And another one just back that way. And that's where that train station thing was when we came off and went down the road. So that train station is also, as we know, the underpass has one. The train station itself has one. There's another one here, so this place can get quite busy as well. I don't think we need to bother. Let's just kill them all. 1, 2. Missed the dog. Hit it but didn't kill it. That's a bit strange. And there is a third guy up there somewhere. There he is. He's going to hide. The dog will be on its way to us because it's a melee unit. Ow, that hurt. Where's this dog? Well, don't know where the dog's gone. I'm sure it'll show up eventually. Usually when you shoot the guys that are at the end, they fall off here, and it's quite difficult to find the body sometimes. Absolutely nothing we need. We're at the stage of the normal raiders' bodies are just not going to have any goodies for us at all. I'll have a look up in the overpass, see if they've got any decent booze. I need to get rid of that dog as well. Wherever it is. Wherever it is, it's half dead. That's... apparently it's just there. Okay. You stand there and do nothing. You do you. I can stand up now. Get our movement speed up. Dog meat will take all that dog armor. It says it's armor. It's not. It doesn't actually increase the survivability of your own dog. It's just purely cosmetic. Ooh, whiskey. Well, that'll do. You can build some Mentat grape with that. Yep, the other guy we shot has disappeared. He always goes flying off the end of the overpass and lands in strange places. Finding his body can be a challenge sometimes. We're going to continue going southwest. Keep an eye out for that guy's dead body. Like sometimes it flies off in this direction and slides down the hill for quite some time. Who cares? He was only... here it is. I told you. Nope, not the pull queue. God, why would I pick that up? I did this stim pack. And what we have over there is another random encounter generator, and this time it generated one dog. Again, it can be traders, it can be settlers, it can just be random passive people, it can be enemies. Sometimes it can even be frag mines and nothing else. But that's not why we're here. Why we're here is through that gate. Through that gate is an estate, and it holds quite a few items we need to pick up. Aha! Now there has been a big battle here. A rad scorpion. Luckily for us, we haven't met any of these. These, very much like mole rats, will tunnel and teleport to you. And as you can tell, they're rather more dangerous than mole rats. So I am very happy we have not bumped into any live rad scorpions. Well, that was absolute garbage. And we'll just burst through these hedges and get into the estate and continue our shopping list. Here we are. We're in the estate. What we have moving around at the back there is a mirelurk, these giant crabs. We haven't seen any live ones yet in this playthrough. Their shell is pretty well protected, but if you can shoot them in the face like that, then they pretty much take huge amounts of damage. These eggs can be harvested and used to cook tasty omelettes with, but to be honest, since we have the double meat book and we have so much cooked food on us and stored back at home, I'm just going to destroy the eggs. Sometimes when you destroy the eggs, it will encourage adult mirelurks to jump out of wherever they're hiding, because there are some hiding in this lake. They like to burrow and surprise you. And because if you get too close to intact eggs, they can hatch and spawn little baby mirelurks, who don't do much damage, but they do annoy. But they can be a good source of food. So you approach the egg nest, you let them all explode and hatch, you kill them all, and you get meat from all of them. Go away, eggs. Right, I think that's all the eggs. Get the Overseer's Guardian back out, because I know for a fact there are more mirelurks, because the brackets are not happy. Again, we'll just magpie some stuff. We'll just... This is one of the things we're here for. This signed baseball catcher's mitt, because the quest we get sent on is to recover 3 items of memorabilia. And luckily for us, all 3 of them are right here in this little location. There's usually a weapon in here, combat shotgun, that's quite a good weapon, but you know, I don't want anything to get that close. And to be honest, see, shoot them in the face and they die. Whoops, I missed an egg. That's what hatchlings look like. They barely have any health. They only drop 1 meat. Now, at least we got to show you that. Right, next item. Upstairs in this ruined house. Nothing on the ground floor. The thing we want is in that safe, but I'm going to loot the rest of the house just because there's some drugs here. Ooh, nice ones. And a dress and a ball which just provides plastic. There's a baseball glove, leather, cork leather. That's good for armor upgrades, as we know. Sweet.
Got it.
10mm rounds, yes. Pre-war money, yes. Signed baseball. That's the second thing we needed. And we got a level up. So that means right now, before I forget, we are going to come down here and do local leader 2. That lets us build our own missing workstations at workshop settlements and stores. Because you can make your settlers into traders and trade with them. Just go away, stupid crab. Right, we'll pick that up and we'll take some of this. I don't really want to go splashing around in the irradiated water just to get 2 more bits of meat. 10mm round. Here's quite an interesting find. Permanently gain 1% chance of avoiding all damage from an attack. There are a few of these scattered around as well, so 1% is pretty bad, but 3 or 4% is pretty good. So that's one of them. Sometimes there's a dead person here, today there is not, but this is what we're here for. Signed baseball card. This is the 3rd and final item we needed for that quest, which we haven't even been given yet, so we're going to take it. 45 rounds and cycle. Now we can leave. There is another Mirelurk that spawns once you get to this outhouse. There he is, so we'll just back away. The dog's going to get in the way. And if we're lucky, we'll be able to shoot it in the face. Where is it? Where is it gone? Great, I've lost sight of it now. There it is. Good shooting Tex, right in the face. Right, now we can leave. And in a stunning segue, we're going to leave this episode right here. We have begun our Diamond City shopping list. We've more than begun it, we're doing very well. We needed 1 Nuka-Cola, we have 1 normal Nuka-Cola. We needed 1 bloatfly gland, we have 1 bloatfly gland. And we needed all 3 quest items for the baseball quest, and we have all 3 items for the baseball quest. In the next episode, where are we going? We're going back up to the railway, just over the railway, to a little building here, where we get the final things that we need. And then we'll go into Diamond City. And I don't think we're going to finish this playthrough here, because there is quite a lot to do in Diamond City. It might need an episode on its own. So, until we come back for that, do take care of yourself. I will talk to you again very soon.